This is going to be a moment of truth, lads. New coffee machine, excitement is high, pods are the same, but it tastes the same. It's good. It's way hotter than the last one. Way hotter. Good morning. It's Monday morning. We just checked in. Let's go.
That's the first block of the morning wrapped up. Still super early, but I'm excited for push. We're just getting in the hydration. There's a lot of morning drinks going on. I just had my morning gut health drink as well, which, to be fair, is not great. Glutamine is horrible, lads, isn't it? We're also going to make pre now in a minute. But while I'm just doing a couple of bits on the laptop, I'm going to enjoy my hydration. We've gone for melon and apple this morning. I honestly think, lads, again, this is going to be hard to beat. Very, very hard to beat. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if there's another flavour I need to try. But we've got push day. I'm very, very excited. I feel good, you know, even after that blast of cardio there. Cardio is in a really good spot. Again, could go up today. Who knows? You're going to have to wait and find out, just same as myself. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very, very good. 78.3, I want to say, we're weighing in at. And visuals are getting tighter. Like, even there, just in the last, couple of days, number of days, I suppose you could say, I think things have definitely gotten better and better. And I feel really good, right now, you know what I mean? In the evenings, yeah, as I always say, I'm tired, I want to go to sleep, but that's because I'm doing as much as I do in the morning. I was up a good bit earlier this morning, obviously, because training now again, and Monday is a very busy day, but it's still super early, so I'm just going to enjoy my hydration for a minute, and then get a couple of little bits out the way. As well, I can be back and forth with the lads nice and early in the morning, and then when I get back I can get straight into check-ins then, which is absolutely beautiful. We do also have a posing lesson at 10:30, so get training out the way, get home, potentially pose. I don't want to be full going into a posing lesson, but there'll be a lot of posing done today. Obviously rounds this morning, there'll be post-workout, there'll be lesson. Needs must. I'll see you in the gym for push day. All I need now is a supplement sponsor, and I'll be sorted, because that would save me a nice little bit of money every single month, and I've no issue promoting anything for anyone that wants me to promote it, as long as I use it and as long as I like it. I tell you, I do give an honest opinion on whether a supplement is nice or not. That CV burn, JP, beautiful hydration, lad. Beautiful cream of ice, but whatever ingredients are in the CV burn, there's no way you're making that nice. Pumpage, we're about to see what pumpage is like as well for the first time fasted. So that'll be interesting to see. A fasted session with the pumpage going in, how I feel, how we look, how I get on with it, I suppose you could say.
Yes, lads, how are we? It is current day. When you're watching this, I have just recorded this, and I'm about to sip on a fresh tin of ice cold white money. I hope you're having a fantastic day, whatever time it is that you are watching this, but we're going to get stuck into it. As you see by the title of the video, building muscle on prep. I definitely do think there has been some muscle built throughout the entirety of this prep, especially in the first initial stages, going through those first number of weeks, up until the last couple of weeks. Training as a whole throughout the entire prep has been so efficient, with that efficiency that comes with prep, the militant routine that's built in. I haven't even taken a sip of Monster here yet, lads. Oh, glorious. I think with that structure, there has definitely been some decent progress made, and I'd like to think there has, and that's just from going in with intent to every single session. This push day has stayed in a really good spot throughout this entire prep, and it's all about the mindset that you take in there. I'm holding numbers extremely well. I'm being smart with my training. You know, this setup here that I have on this day, you see, I do start off with that pec deck, and then we go into reverse pec deck first, I should say. Then we go into normal pec deck. Then we're into a line cuff lateral raise, and then we're into my dumbbell press when I'm like fully ready to go. Now, I did think I was going to get one rep up here this week, but unfortunately I did not. So we'll go again next week, see if we can get that extra rep finished off. Smith machine also, you know, has been moving really well. I'm just being smart with my training here, you know, not really going for like any reps in particular that I shouldn't be going for now at this point. You know, at this point in prep, it's about maintaining and continuing to hold, you know, that level of size that's there as we continue to strip off the rest of the body fat. That's the most important thing here. Have really good quality sets. My sets have also been changed. You know, there's no more low reppers, 6 to 8 reppers. They're all 8 and above, which is an important part here. One part of that will also be the caloric burn that comes from it. You know, like training, not that it should ever be looked at as a place to burn calories. It is a place that you will be burning calories, you know, and having sets moving forward where you're not focused on like really heavy weight you're not going to be able to lift. You're focused on getting the most out of those sets that you're doing, you know. And again, making sure we're getting a good pump for as long as we can. The fullness is still really good there. You know, I'm really happy we haven't really flattened off at all, and I will at some point, but you know, for the level of food that I'm taking in, you know, in all fairness, there's still a good pump. You know, I've got a really nice pump here at the end with arms. Chest was nice and full, delts are nice and full. You know, like if I can hold that throughout and let the body fat come off, that's the perfect scenario for us. That is a really nice little template for you, you know, to give a go. Give a go and let me know what you think in terms of what that push session is like, you know, and give it a belt. Main thing that we're going in here with the training, lads, is just bringing that intensity to the point that we need it to be at. You know, enjoying our sessions, actually going in, enjoying them, coming home, recovering from them, going back in and doing the exact same thing again, you know, and fighting that logbook, making sure that we are, you know, taking little progressions still where we can. There's no reason I shouldn't be, but just being smart with the training at this point. And I do think it has resulted in definitely some muscle being built throughout this prep. Now we're at a point of wanting to maintain that muscle, which is super, super important. How to make cream of rice, lads. I'm going to show you how to make the nicest bowl of cream of rice. This is also my last sample that I've got, cookies and cream. I am hungry. I do not want it to let me down. Kettle boiled. Grab your scales, grab your bowl, get that on 0. With cream rice, lads, I would always do, if I'm eating it straight away hot, I would do 4 times the water that I have cream of rice. Now, I've only got 50 grams of cream of rice here, so that would be 200 ml of water if I was eating it straight away. But I like my cream of rice cold, so we're going to be having it in the fridge. I'm also on prep, so I'm going to be volumizing it a small little bit. So I am going in with a little bit more water than I usually would, like an extra 100 ml. So instead of 200, I do 300. Now, most of you will probably be eating more than 50 gram of cream of rice. I really hope the cookies and cream goes down nice. The nicest flavors that I've had in the last week are the the chocolate fudge. The chocolate fudge was the nicest one that we had this week out of the samples. Custard cream was okay, not great, like nothing to write home about. I do also like the banoffee. Banoffee is really good from JP. 50 grams. Stir the hell out of this. This is going to get all the lumps out. And note, water first, then cream of rice, lads. Into the microwave for start at a minute. You have to do this in increments, I'd say. She comes out looking like this. Now mine is, lads, a little bit like more volumized. Yours will be like a little bit thicker. If you're having it straight away, you can go straight in with your toppings. I'm going to whack this in the fridge now for the next couple of hours because I'm not eating it for a little bit. But you could put your sludge on top. You could mix your protein in here now. That would be a perfect consistency. And you could put your fruit on top. Do what you want with it. But that is how you make a really, really nice consistency and texture of cream of rice. You're just going to have to keep watching to see what the finished product of my bowl of cream of rice is like. I am going to be excited for that later on. And we obviously are still waiting for feedback, so we're not going to know if food is getting changed, but that is my cream of rice, and I'll work my carbohydrates around the rest of the day then. we're about to jump in for posing. I'm just getting a few bits ticked off. The walking pad was already under the desk, so I'm just catching up, getting a couple of steps done under my way. I do definitely prefer, because steps are still that little bit lower right now, to do all check-ins just seated and not standing up right now. I just feel like I'm more on the ball, I suppose you could say, and not like battering myself walking along, and I can just be more focused on doing them. So I'm just getting a couple of steps done, doing little bits of admin shit, I suppose you could call it, and then I'm posing, going to get straight into check-ins then after a shower, and we'll have like, you know, the big kind of things out of the way of the whole day then. Obviously, the training session, we're going to run through that as well. We'll talk about that later on. Very, very good, right? Very, very good session. Was it my best recent? I don't know. But I still enjoyed it, still got it done. I did feel it, you know, and I am going to start feeling it over the next number of weeks. But it's just about keeping that momentum going now throughout the morning and then die off in the evening.
Do a 10-second timer for every single pose of a round as well. So then you're going through your round, but then you have to hit your poses really fast for that 10-second timer as well.
Okay. It's I suppose getting into them, like.
Yeah, exactly. Because you want to be the first one into the pose, and you'll realise when you put that 10-second timer on, it's not very long.
Yeah, okay.
So if you can get back away from your phone into the pose and get it right in that 10 seconds, then you're smashing it.
Boys, I'm going to keep that up now. I'm going to go weekly with Jim. As much as we need to go, as frequently as we need to. There's a big step there now, just in more like changes that we did with poses and everything that will bring us forward. And now it's just for me to go and practice that, as you were saying there, which is the most important thing. It's just practice. But really good call. We're also going to get in for men's physique come next week. I was, before the call, just for a second, like whacking a few. But as condition comes through, it'll be easier with like men's physique poses to be able to see like what the physique kind of looks, I think, with that anyway. But it's just something we need to be on top of. You know, as I always say, it's all in well, you know, getting as lean as possible, but we want to be able to present it as best we possibly can, and that is just relentless practice every single day. A couple of rounds in the morning, rounds post-workout, rounds obviously with Jim, just rounds every single motherfucking day, man. I am starving. Post-workout is going to go in right now, and then we are getting on the computer, lad. Fast forward a couple of hours. This is the consistency that we're dealing with, lads. See that? Nice and hard. Out the fridge is just delicious. Raspberries, blueberries. 50 gram of my raspberries. These are actually really nice little ones. That is 60 grams. Where am I going? I'd love 60 grams. Gram for gram here, lads. 50 gram of blueberries. $100. And there you go, lads. I have my berries, of course. You might have a different type of fruit. You might have no fruit. You might have dark chocolate, peanut butter added on there. Of course, you might have your sludge exactly like I do on there every single day. But before the sludge goes on and you can't see anything, this is the consistency that I'm working with for my cream of rice. I'm going to get my sludge on there, but I'm going to give you a taste test with a little bit of raspberries. Not bad, not bad. Kind of chocolatey. I do much prefer the Train by JP chocolate fudge. I do need to try the triple chocolate as well because I'm really in the mood for chocolate at the moment, but that is a solid contender. And the perfect cream rice consistency doesn't exist. It does, lad. My feedback has just come back in as well, so I'm gonna hop back on the walking pad for 2 minutes while I watch that just to see what the story is with food for the day. Then I can get the post-workout meal in because I can relax for 10 minutes and then we can crack on with work. Whew. What a morning. Monday mornings are crazy, crazy, lad.
The posing that a bit better now, and that's one thing definitely even for the chest. Yeah, like we've taken the nice jump forward now over the last couple of days, which we needed to, you know, we definitely needed to be even there again for the routine, but that isn't.
Coffee number 2 going in as check-ins are getting dusted off, lad. Really good morning, or mid-late morning you could say, of check-ins going down. Really enjoying them so far, and we're going to get them wrapped up and out the way, because people need their feedback, lad, and I don't like to keep people waiting. But that's the beauty of the communication, is just being back and forth all the time. You know, everyone is usually just in the know of what the story is, and then it's just terms of going in, making the adjustments, the reasonings behind the adjustments, and what we're going to be doing for that week moving forward as well. In terms of my adjustments, food is staying the exact same for another week moving forward. Our output has just moved up, so steps have gone from 12k now back up to 14. Cardio has also gone up 10 minutes on every day except for the days that we're on legs. So density and lower body is staying at 30 minutes. So just cardio gone up to 40 every other single morning. So that should drive us on a little bit more now this week as well. Keem was very happy with photos. Even since seeing me in person on Friday. Best look to date, he says. So we're just going to run with it, lad. We're just going to run with it. Just, being on it with those like finer details now and everything. As I said, posing, just drilling it. Just all these little things are going to make a massive difference for me over the next couple of weeks. Time is going to be absolutely fly. Like we're 12 days out from the group photo shoot, which is absolutely mental. So it's just getting everyone through the last little bit of a dig now, and then getting them fresh onto the photo shoot, which is super, super exciting as well. So that's why coffee number 2 is going in. That'll be my last coffee for the day, but you know yourself, the little tin of money will get opened up at some point. Let me know as well, what's my cream of rice tutorial like? Obviously, lads, I am eating it cold out the fridge. I used to eat it hot as well, to be fair, until I realised, when I was eating the oats, oats cold are just delicious. Never say never. I'm not going to eat hot oats again, because I absolutely will. Oats, any kind of oats are unbelievable. But after prep, I'm just really looking forward to a big bowl of carrot cake overnight oats. That is going to be unbelievable. Imagine, lads, one of the highlights of your day is finding a new bottle of ketchup. Little chicken salad job. If anyone even thinks about laughing at me in a situation like that, I love my ketchup. Now, I've been on the little ketchup for a long time. I don't mess with actual real brand Heinz ketchup or anything like that, because it's just a waste of money. These are all way cheaper, but Tesco, I had to run it and get a couple of bits in, because I had no peppers or anything for my meals today, and the sauerkraut is opposite the sauces and everything. So picked up a new ketchup, and I'll be looking forward to tasting that, because they all have a little bit of a different taste, all the same calories. This one tablespoon, 7 calories, same as the one that I got there as well. You can tell I'm on fucking prep now, lads.
No.
Oh, big fucking deal.
Yeah, buddy. Boots are on, lad. Nice long stint on the boots. Every day seems to be very, very similar, doesn't it? Not always the case, but I had a couple of catch-up calls with clients, just going through timelines and kind of mapping out a few things over the next year with them, and that was good. Finished out the steps, 14k steps today, so an extra 2,000 on top of where we were over kind of the last probably week and a bit now, to be fair. 40 minutes cardio. I had to add on extra 10 minutes cardio, so I got that done earlier too. So we'll have just normal 30 tomorrow, because we have density as well tomorrow. But yeah, good day all around. Good day of work. Good day of training. All things prep. Great day of food. We live to tell another day. That's the most important thing. Let me know if you want to see more training videos like that, and if there's a different style. Again, I'm not a big man for watching training. You know what I mean? If I see a video, I'm watching video. Depending, most of the time I would be skipping through the training. Let me know what you do in terms of training. Do you skip through it? Do you watch it? I suppose it depends what kind of vibe it is, doesn't it? It does, to be fair. Yeah, just watching our YouTube video. I'm about to go out, make the creamy, get that in, take my nighttime sups, head to bed, get up and do it all over again. I hope everyone's having a great day, whatever time it is you're watching this, whatever you're getting up to. If you're dieting, depending whatever phase you're going through, lad, hope you're having a good time doing it. And if you're not, you need help, do let me know. Just pop a question, pop any issues you might be having, send me a message over on Instagram. We can have a chat. My messages are always open. If there's anyone on here who might be just looking for a chat, like the team day there yesterday, a big part of that was just chatting with the lads. You know what I mean? As much as we are like striving for what we're trying to do here, you know, like as I say, like with the coffees and stuff there over the last couple of weeks, even though I haven't done it much, I need to do more of it, to be fair. Just with the busyness of life, like it's hard to like find time to do stuff like that, but that's what it's all about, you know, the mental side of things, lad. And I learned that a lot over the last year. I'm going to leave you there. Touch base with you tomorrow. We'll see what the story is. I've got some fucking cool videos coming over the next couple of weeks, and I'll tell you that much. I've got lots planned. We're going to have a good time doing it, lad. Drop the video a like. Comment down below if there's anything you want to see. Subscribe if you haven't already. I have no idea what it's even on the YouTube. I've been kind of like dozing off here with the boots on. And I'll see you tomorrow.